Hello, I'm John Unrufriesen, and I'm here to talk about Zen Master Design. And in this episode, we're going to talk about the philosophy of Zen. This is what symbolizes Zen to me, eliminating the non-essential, taking advantage of empty space or white space in a document or on a presentation slide, making things simple, elegant, and maybe making things more subtle. My assertion would be when you make presentations and you make handouts and you make web pages that take Zen into account, it's going to enhance student understanding of the material that you're trying to get across. This is an example, I think, of a very Zen advertisement on a roadside billboard. Can you identify the product? Look at the colors. Look at the font choice. Does it ring any bells? If not, let me help you. Notice the dotted I. If you didn't already know it was Cheerios just by the font, the kerning, the space between the font, the colors, that Cheerio does it. And it's so subtle, and I think it's a fantastic ad. Very Zen. Leonardo da Vinci, one of the greatest artists and thinkers in our history, said it this way: simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Sometimes instead of stacking more and more and more on, we can go more simple and enhance student understanding. Another way we put it is the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. If you don't keep it simple, you're being stupid. Look at the evolution of some of these products and see what's happened with their logos over time. I would assert that things are becoming more Zen as time moves on. The original Starbucks logo, then and now. The original Apple logo, the one I remember from my Apple IIe, and today. Famous Minnesota product, Summit Beer, the original logo. The logo that many of us remember. And their brand new logo that they're starting to roll out. I love this example with Amazon. Look at the original logo of Amazon.com. Remember when it just used to be a bookstore? And then they changed, and they changed again. And then today, in what I think is one of the best corporate logos out there, you have Amazon. And I bet a lot of you notice that there's that smile, right? You get the little box on your doorstep and there's a little smile on there and it makes you smile that, ooh, I got something new. But the other clever thing about the design is that Amazon delivers everything from A to Z and the smile becomes an arrow. Very, very clever, very, very Zen. Speaking of Amazon, I jumped over to Amazon's website and I looked up the book Presentation Zen, Simple Ideas on Presentation Design and Delivery by Gar Reynolds, and I find it very helpful. We have a copy of it in our media center. We also have some of these other books, including Presentation Zen Design, Simple Design Principles, which is another book by Gar Reynolds, and there's several others like Slideology and Resonate and The Naked Presenter that show you all sorts of these techniques. So if you get into this, I just wanted to give you a thread that you could kind of follow through. So once again, Presentation Zen by Gar Reynolds, and some of my ideas are pulled right out of Gar Reynolds' ideas, and I want to give some credit where credit is due. We see a lot of anti-Zen in our lives. Here's some humorous examples. Is this something we really need to make a sign for? Yet we see our workspaces filled and cluttered with signs that are yelling at people to do this, don't do that, and it kind of it gets lost in all of the clutter. If it is not necessary to design more, it is necessary not to design more. Here's an example. I do a project with my students as kind of a team building activity for a big simulation we do at the end of the school year. And I used to have this instruction sheet that was really long and it was written in paragraph format and it gave tips and tricks. And instead, I wanted to make the most Zen presentation I could to see if it aided student comprehension. This is what I came up with. Let's see if you could follow the instructions. So my students are all sitting in the classroom and I say, this is what we do first. These are the materials that you will receive today. This is your task. This is how much time you get. One reminder, the whole marshmallow has to be on the top. Go. You know what the students did? They went. They knew exactly what to do. They all had a little baggie. Inside the baggie, I made a very simple text definition of these steps as a reminder, and I didn't have any students that asked me any questions. They all internalized it and they knew what to do. So these are some of the background philosophical principles of how to design Zen presentations and Zen handouts and Zen websites. Please take a look at some more of these YouTube videos on Zen and see if you can apply it to your practice. And I think you're going to like the results that you see.